Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Missy. Thanks for joining me again for another video. Today's layout is for My Scraps and More, and it's for the sketch blog. And if you follow our sketch blog, this is sketch number 112, and it's by our guest designer this month, Gina Laderos, and it's this really fun yet simple hexagon design. And as you can see here, I'm going to use the Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss collection because I'm scrapping a picture of me down at the pool in Las Vegas from a couple of months ago, sipping on a fruity beverage there, and it has a pineapple in it. And so I knew this collection would be perfect for this picture. So as you can see here, I went ahead and cut out these hexagons on one of the pattern papers from the Pink Paisley line. It's one of the white papers with light gray stripes. And if you check out the sketch blog, you can download this cut file to help you use this sketch. Gina designed it, and so you can get it for free. It's really awesome, and it's really fun, and it's perfect for doing this backing technique with pattern paper. And so that's what I'm going to do here. And I went through my 6x6 paper pad and some of the 12x12s, but I mostly use the smaller papers here because I didn't want to cut into so many of my 12x12s for just one little spot there, or one little piece. So I use the 6x6 mostly. And I use a different paper for each opening. And I've done this a lot. I'm sure most of you, if you have a Cameo, I'm pretty sure that you've probably done this. It's really fun, it's really easy, and you know, it's a lot of busy work, I guess you could say. But this one didn't take too long because the openings are pretty big and there aren't that many. So the fun part for me for this kind of design is picking out, you know, which paper to put in which spot and which color to use. And I like to try to mix some solids by the busy papers so it's not too busy in one spot. So I don't show every single opening here. I just did a couple there. And as you can see, the finished product is right there. I left one open, so I'm going to put my picture in that one open spot. And some of the papers have some white background, and everything's so uniform and so neat and clean. You know me, I have to put a little bit of messy in my pages here. So I'm going to use gelatos, a little bit of water, and some plastic packaging, and just add some smudges. And I don't use any gesso or anything like that because I didn't want to add too much water. It's just a tiny bit, one little spray there just to moisten up the gelato, just enough to smudge it around. And I didn't have any paper warping or anything like that because the water was, you know, pretty minimal. So I go for some pinks, I go for some yellows, and the yellow's really bright. And if you have this collection, then you know the yellows in it is more of like a greenish fluorescent type yellow. And so I add a little bit of orange and a little bit of gold in there just to change the tone of that yellow to match those lemons. And I didn't want the mixed media part to overpower anything. I love, love, love the color of this color shine. It's the Citron. It's like this lime green. It's so pretty. Oh, I could not wait to use it. I don't use it that often because I don't use that color that often, but perfect for this. I did some gold stitching, and this did take a little bit of time, but I did stitch around every single hexagon, and it was worth it because I love how that looks. So to echo the gold thread, I'm going to use some of that gold color shine around the page also. So I know my picture's going there, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. And then I'm going to start coming in with all of the embellishments. And there are so many fun things I wanted to use on this page. So many lemons and oranges and limes, and it's just a fun collection. And I'm glad I finally got the right picture to scrap with it. And so my title is going to be Life is Good. I just had to use those little puffy sticker words because they're so cute and they were just the right color. They're like a light teal blue color. It's hard to tell on the screen, but they look really, really pretty up against that orange paper. And I had to use the pineapple because there is a pineapple sticking out of the top of my drink, and so that was perfect. And I just had to rearrange the title a little bit to make everything fit the way I like it. I didn't want to add too much to the page because I love the stitching and I love the hexagons, and just the design of the page is fun. I never would have probably used hexagons like this if it weren't for Gina's sketch. And I really love that about sketches because it gives you an idea that you probably didn't have in the first place. And you know, your design can just take on a whole new look, and it would be something that you didn't even plan on in the beginning. So it's fun to work with sketches sometimes, especially when like you can shrink it, you can enlarge it, you can move the hexagons around, you can use it as a stencil and mist through it, or you know, back them with paper like I did here. So many options. So I'm still playing around with all of the embellishments. I'm going to use some of the die cuts, some of the puffy stickers, some of the chipboard stickers. And I don't really stick everything down right away. I just kind of lay it on the page, just make sure that I like it in that spot before I actually stick it down. And I do wind up using glue for most of the chipboard pieces because they don't really like to stick when I've used any type of mixed media on the page. And this was the fun part for me. After getting everything situated, just going through and placing a little bits here and there. It was a really fun page to put together. And I want to use this collection again pretty quickly, so I need to go back through my Las Vegas pictures and find another one. There could be one or two more of me drinking a fancy drink. You never know. I do add some of tangled thread there underneath a couple of pieces. I use some green and I use some pink. And again, I know I've said this a million times, but I like the pop of color and the texture that the thread gives. It doesn't really have any special meaning. It's just something fun that I like to do. There's lots of little random ways that you can add color and texture, and thread is just an easy and fun way, and relatively cheap because, you know, one spool of thread will last you a while. I actually had to buy a new roll or a new spool of shiny gold thread. I used my first one up pretty much. And that's the first time I've actually ran out of it. I've run out of white and black before, mostly white because I use white on the bobbin for my underneath thread, whatever that's called. The understitch, I don't know what it's called, but I use that. And so I run out pretty quickly. But anyway, I keep playing around with all of the embellishments here. Pretty easy to see. Not a lot of explanation needed here. I'm going to add my journaling right here to the left of this little hexagon. And there's lines on the paper. And so I didn't have to draw any lines. It made it very easy to get my journaling in there and to make sure that it was straight. That's a good thing about lined paper. I'm just going to make everything stick down and it's officially done. I love the colors in this. It turned out so bright and so fun. I highly recommend this sketch. It's awesome. So check the link below if you want to join in for the monthly challenge with this sketch, and I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for joining me today, and you guys let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks and have a great day.